Good morning, everyone. Let us start this session. So in the previous session, we have seen one example on the resultant for concurrent force system. So we have seen various steps to find out the resultant. So for the concurrent force system, if there are more than two forces, then generally we'll solve the problem by the method of summation fx and summation fy. Okay, so this was the last problem. So here the first question was find the magnitude and the angle of resultant, and second, show the resultant in this sketch. Okay. So we have got the resultant as a 838.25 and its angle theta with respect to positive x-axis as a 68. Okay, so from the sign of summation fx and summation fy, we know that resultant lies in the first quadrant because both are positive. Summation fx is positive and summation fy is positive. Okay, so from this summation fx and summation fy, we can decide the quadrant for the resultant arc. Now here we have to show the resultant on the original sketch. So on this sketch, this is your positive x-axis, this is positive y-axis. Okay, so when we show the resultant, it means that we will replace all the forces. Okay, so the effect which is produced by all these four forces, we can represent the same effect by a single force. Okay, so this is the point, that is the starting point of the resultant, and this is the direction of the resultant with respect to positive x-axis. So this is your angle theta, so it is 68, and this is the resultant r, and its magnitude is 838. Okay, so now the original system, which is the system of forces, it is equivalent to the resultant. Okay, so these two systems, they are equivalent. Or you can directly show the resultant in the original diagram like this. Okay, so here angle is 68. So this is the position of resultant. This total angle with respect to positive x-axis, this is equal to 68 degree. Okay, so I hope you have understood this first problem. Okay, now refer the next problem. So in this problem, a bracket Okay, so in this problem, one bracket is mounted with the wall, and this is the bracket, and three forces are acting at this point. So we will consider this point as a O. Okay, that is the origin, and these are the reference axes given. Okay, so this is positive x-axis and this is positive y-axis. So the forces are F1 300 Newton, then F2 500 Newton, F3 is 600 Newton. Okay. So for F2 and F3, their direction is specified by this angle 30 degree and 45 degree. But for F1, direction is not given. That means angle is not given directly, but some dimensions are given. Okay. So here 13, 12 and 5. Okay. That means for F1, one right angle triangle is given and its sides are given as 5, 12 and 13. Okay. So from these dimensions, you can find out this angle. Okay. So you can use tan theta. So here, if you use the tan theta, then you will get the angle. Yes, I will assume this as alpha. So tan of alpha, this is equal to 12 upon 5, and alpha is equal to tan inverse 12 by 5. Okay. So calculate this angle. You can give the answer in the chat box. Now next step is you have to find out the result. Okay. So resultant means its magnitude and the direction theta. So as there are three forces, then we will solve this problem by the summation fx and summation fy. So your first step will be resolve all the forces. Okay. So you can resolve the forces directly on the given diagram, or you can separate out each force and you can show the resolution separately. Okay. Just I will redraw this diagram. Angle alpha is 42. Okay, so here this is the first force, which is F1 300 Newton. This is 500 Newton. And this is 600 Newton. Okay. Now we have to resolve these forces. So I will start from F1. Okay. So for the resolution, you can resolve the forces at this point directly. Okay. But if you resolve all the forces at the point O, then the component, they will overlap. Okay. So instead of the point O, you can select any other point on this line. So I will select this point. Okay. Now we want X component for F1. So draw the vector parallel to X axis. Okay. So this component, this is equal to F1X. Similarly, for the Y component, draw the vector parallel to Y axis. So this is F1Y. Okay. Now this angle, it is nothing but this total angle, and that angle we have already calculated. It is 42. Is it 42 or 67? Okay, 67.38. So this angle is 67.38. Now resolve the 500 Newton. So which is a F2. This is the Y component. This is X component. This angle is nothing but this angle. So that is 30 degree. Okay. So this is F2X and this is F2Y. So I'm not writing the exact value. Okay. Just I'm writing the F2X, F2Y. And third, this is F3. This is 45 degree. And this is F3X and this is F3Y. So now I will write the component. So f1x, this is equal to, now here observe f1x. So f1x is adjacent to angle 67. So adjacent means cos. So we will write force magnitude is 300 Newton. Cos angle is 67.38. Okay. So this is 300 cos 67.38 and f1y, this is equal to 300 sine 67.38 because this is opposite component to the angle 67. Then second is f2. So f2x is equal to, f2x is adjacent to angle 30 degree. So this is the cos component and force is 500 Newton. So this is 500 cos 30 degree. f2y, this f2y is opposite to angle 30. So it is a sine component. So this is 500 sine 30. Then f3x is equal to, now observe f3x is adjacent to angle 45 degree. Okay. So f3x is cos, force is 600 Newton, cos 45, and f3y, this is equal to 600 sine 45. Now just observe the direction of f3y. Okay, f3y, it is in negative y direction. So consider this as a minus 600 sine 45. Okay. Now next step is we have to take this summation. So we have to find out summation fx and summation fy. Okay. So just add all these components. You can write the complete equation. Okay. And get the value of summation fx and summation fy. This is summation fy. So give the answer in the chat box. Summation fx value is 972.66 Newton. And the summation fy, is it 102.65 Newton? Okay, both the values are positive. Okay, the meaning of positive answer for summation fx. So basically summation fx is nothing but x component of resultant and summation fy is y component of resultant. Okay. So positive answer means it is towards positive x direction and this is towards positive y direction. Okay. Now we have to replace the original system, that is a system of forces, by the resultant. Okay. That means we will only show the single force instead of three forces. Also calculate the angle of the resultant by using tan inverse formula. So use theta is equal to tan inverse summation fy upon summation fx. Okay. And get the value for angle theta. So this angle theta, it is always with respect to the x-axis or the x component of resultant. So now we know that this is the summation fx on positive x-axis. This is summation fy. So definitely resultant will lie in the first quadrant. So this is the R, and this is the angle of resultant with respect to positive x-axis. Okay. So just give the answer for theta. So theta, by using this formula tan inverse, you will get as 83.97. Okay. So if you refer the original diagram, then in the original diagram, your resultant will be somewhere okay. Please verify the answer whether it is 83. Don't change the formula, just use tan inverse summation fy upon summation fx. Okay, so you will get the answer with respect to positive x-axis. I think that 83, it is with respect to y-axis. Okay, 6.02. So this is 6.02 degree. That means in the original diagram, if you want to show the resultant will be somewhere close to x-axis. Okay, so this is your resultant. Angle is theta, which is 6.03 degree. Okay. This is your summation fy. This is summation fx. This is origin. And this is the result. Okay. And the representation, that is your final answer, will be R is equal to, so its magnitude is, okay. What is the magnitude of the resultant? You should use this formula to find out the magnitude, summation fx square plus summation fy square. So get this value R. This will be in Newton, as all the forces are in Newton. Okay. And in the bracket, you will show the direction like this. This arrow is nothing but the x-axis. This is the force vector. Okay. And this is the angle. That is theta, which is equal to 6.08. So with this sign, we can understand the resultant, it is in the first quadrant. Okay. So just get the value of the resultant. $978.06. Okay. So this is your final answer. Okay, so I hope there should not be any problem in these steps. Okay, so note down the next problem. So in this problem, three forces are given: F1, F2, and F3. Okay. The fourth force, which is F4, it is unknown. Okay. So actually, in the system of forces, there are total four forces: F1, F2, F3, and F4. Okay. And for these four forces, the resultant is 800 Newton. Okay. So we have to find out the unknown fourth force F4, whose value is not given, and even the direction is not given. For resultant 800 Newton, its direction is given. Okay. So here one force is unknown. F1, this is equal to 500. F2, this is equal to 300. F3, this is equal to 400. F4 is unknown. Okay. And if you replace all these four forces, the resultant we can represent as R is equal to 800 Newton. Okay. So the system of force, or all these three forces out of four, they are shown in the diagram, and even the resultant is given in the diagram. Okay. So actually this figure, so this is the first force F1, this is second force, this is third force. Okay. We don't know where is a fourth force. Okay. So just for time being, I will assume the fourth force, it is also in the first quadrant, like this. You can assume the position of unknown force anywhere, first, second, third, or fourth quadrant. Okay. Now this is called as a system of force. This system of force is equivalent to resultant system. So resultant will be, it is in the fourth quadrant. So this is R, its angle is 50 degree. Okay. So just they have overlapped the resultant in the original diagram. That is the system of forces. Okay. So we have to find out the unknown fourth force F4. So for that, we know that the X component of resultant. So what is X component of resultant? It is nothing but summation Fx. Okay. And the Y component of resultant, it is nothing but summation F1. Okay. So from this diagram, that is the resultant diagram, can we find out the summation Fx and summation Fy? Yes, we can find out this Rx and Ry. Okay. So for that, resolve the resultant. Okay, resolve this force. So you can resolve directly at this point. So draw the first component along x-axis. This is nothing but Rx. Draw the second component along y-axis. This is the Ry. Okay. So Rx is equal to, so R is 800 Newton. So this is 800. Rx is adjacent to angle 50 degree. So 800 cos 50. Okay. And the y component Ry, this is 800 sine 50. Okay. Now just observe the direction of Ry. Ry is towards negative y direction. So this is minus 800 sine 50. Okay. So here we have calculated the x and y component of resultant, and that means summation Fx and summation F1. Okay. Now observe the system of forces. Okay. So in the system of forces, now we have four forces: F1, F2, F3, and unknown, which is a F4. We have assumed unknown, it lies in the first quadrant. Okay. Now resolve the system of forces. So resolve all the forces. So I will start from F1. Just observe the direction of F1. F1 is directed towards the origin. So select a point on the line of action. In the same direction, we have to show the component. So this is the component parallel to x-axis, and this is the direction. Okay. This is y component. As it is directed towards the origin, and therefore I have shown the vector like this. Okay. Now here angle is 30 degree with respect to y-axis. So if this is 30 degree, this angle will be 30 degree. Okay. So this is the y component. So this is F1y and this is F1x. So F2, this is x component and this is y component. Now this angle is 30 degree. So this angle will be same 30 degree. So this is F2x, this is F2y, and F3 is directed towards the origin. So you can select any one point on this line of action. This is y component. This is x component. Now here this angle is given 45 degree. Just observe this diagram. Okay. So this is 45. So this is 45 alternate angles. Now this component is F3y and this is F3x. Okay. And last, resolve the F4. Okay. So this is your F4. This is F4x and this is F4y. Okay. Now you can write the values for F1x, F1y, F2x, F2y, F3x, F3y. So F1x, this is equal to, just observe the direction F1x, it is towards negative x, so minus. And F1x is opposite to this angle. Okay, this angle is 30 degree with respect to y-axis. So y component is adjacent to angle 30 degree. So x component is opposite. Okay, so F1x will be force F1, which is 500 sine, and angle is 30. Okay, why I have written sine 30? Because F1x is opposite to 30 degree. Okay, and F1y, this is equal to minus 500 cos 30. Observe the direction of F1y, it is towards negative y direction. Then F2x, this is equal to, again minus, and value is 300. This is 300 Newton. Okay. Then x component, this component is adjacent to angle 30. This is 30, this is 30 degree. So this is cos 30, and F2y, this is equal to plus 300 sine 30. Okay, that means this component. Then F3x, so this component F3x, F3x is adjacent to angle 45 degree. So this is 400 cos 45, and F3y, this is equal to 400 sine 45. Okay. And last is F4x and F4y. So F4x, so this is equal to F4 cos theta 4. I will assume this angle as a theta 4, which is an unknown angle. And f4y, this is equal to f4 sine theta 4. Okay. Now write the summation. Write this equation, summation fx and summation f1.